What's up, fellow gamers? Phreak here. Welcome back to Let's Play Seven Nights Flashpoint. We have gotten a lot of quests offered to us since we last left off. The primary one is we got into contact with our new friend Taylor Stryzek, and she's offered us truck job. Basically, she wants us to destroy a bunch of data at her old employer. You can read the text on the screen. Hopefully it's large enough for you. But essentially, we're going to deploy a virus onto a truck. And to do that, there's actually an optional side quest that we chose to do off camera, which is a solo hack job, which is why I didn't record it. And it's just basically it's a solo CPU spike with the benefit that if you do it, you unlock a leverage. It's not shown here, but it's a leverage that basically delays the truck by a turn. This is an explicitly timed mission. They're rare, but they exist. So we cleared that out. We also got offered a map on a new tile set, so I've yet to play this tile set. This got added 3 days ago in real time for me, so cool to see this offered. I think there's actually 2 new tile sets I've yet to play on. No, actually this came out a week ago. So there's 2 new tile sets that have come out that I've yet to be offered the mission on, so I'm excited to have those show up over time. Otherwise, what else is there to say? We have a couple of small quests to do. We've accepted Carnivore, which is due in a week, and Truck Job is due right afterwards. What I'm doing right now is basically setting up for Carnivore. So for this mission, I've decided I'm going to be running both hackers, my Cyber Knight and my Core Soldier. And so to do that effectively, I want to get my secondary hacker up to at least level 7. And so he is holding all the core gear. He ran the solo hack job for Truck Job, which gave him a whopping like 175 XP. So he's actually about ready to ding up to level 8, which should be good because that'll allow him to get slightly better training. He already has 0 interrupt, but it would be nice to maybe grab this point null op or grab river compression. So if I ever have a turn where I have enough AP but I'm starved for something else, then I have this as an option here. My primary hacker is otherwise in a really good spot. There's no big concerns here. So ultimately, my Agent EX is going to run this mission, and then when we go to Carnivore, he's going to hop out. Dade's going to come in for the double hacker squad, and it should look pretty decent overall. Not much else to bring up here. We are progressing forward on some small crafts. We're making a small pistol here, just to have more of them. Ultimately, it looks like I want 3 or 4 for any missions that I want to run stealthily, which I will at some point. Otherwise, we put Willard and Evelyn into the sim trainer so that if one of my hackers gets injured, we can get to at least level 5, maybe level, or it's like level 6, maybe level 7, depending on what we're able to run and how much time we're able to buy. And that's pretty much covering it. So we are ready to go. We're going to run this secondary quest here. The deadline's, relatively soon. The secondary objective is just get a bunch of kills. And so we've got kind of the core squad here. We don't have any silencers on, with one exception. This guy basically, if we look at his weaponry, this SMG with the mods on actually out-damages this assault rifle. And so I decided that I would throw a silencer on this AR. As well, if we need to be quiet for some reason, it's there. I think realistically, none of my other guns are quiet. It's going to pull it back off, but we do literally deal more damage with the SMG than the AR because it's a level 2 rare SMG with a bunch of mods on it, which increases the max optimal range there, max optimal range there, and that allows the range to be pretty much like tied with what this AR is doing. Anyway, that's enough for the preamble. We've got a Q gap spike to clear, so let's do it. So this tile set, we've been on it a few times before. It basically usually never has the Matrix host unless you're running a Q-Gap Spike mission. And so it's sort of new to have this. I've only run this version of this tile set once or twice at this point. We've got basically a regular bad guy. Of course, we're going to pop all of our buffs, so we'll start with Tactical Surge. We will delay until it is Hellraiser's turn. He will pop Coordinated Charge. Okay, wonderful. And then we kind of need Hemlock to lead the way here. The tough thing is going to be getting initiatives all in the right order. What essentially comes down to is this guy's going at 12. And I could just say, screw it, we're going to shoot him. And that's fine. The tough thing is actually, we're now running into power level 7 versions of Whistlers. Now, I can't tell if it's because they're power level 7 or if it's because I'm team power level 3. But the Whistlers now have heavy armor attached. Which is, or at least can be, quite scary. I'm also not sure how loud my guns are. I hope, you know, can kind of hope that no one else hears this, but I can't guarantee that. Either way, we go for the shots. They are only okay. Yeah, these guys actually hear the gunfire, so we get savagery. That's cute, but we can't really use it here. I mean, I can try a little bit. Like, I can go to here and go for one shot, and that'll be fine, I guess, but yeah. End of the day, the goal is get 10 kills, so I don't mind that we're being really loud. We rolled high enough on damage. Yeah, these guys just keep showing up. It's like, hey, wait a second, I'm hearing stuff. And indeed they are. What's cool, though, is with how much range I have, this full auto shot will land on 2 people. I'm sure we'll see more guards eventually, and they'll be annoying too, but in the meantime, see you, nerds. Yep, someone else now heard gunfire. We just gotta keep leapfrogging it. I'm gonna have her yield for a bit, and same for this guy, so that Hemlock can lead the way and disable security devices. We might as well all go this direction. I don't think there's a good reason not to. Looks like that's the fastest way to go, so fine. We'll go to here, puts us at 6 movement points spent. Going to line crawler the laser gate. And then range on line crawler is pretty good, so I can maybe go only 1 square forward and get the radar array, or the camera, but it's basically a radar. The long skinny cameras are radars functionally, and that's what they're called when you're like hacking a matrix host. An alternative, if we can't get this one here, although I think I can. Other consideration, by the way, is there are laser wires, so we got to be careful about being able to get rid of everything that matters. So you are suspicious. You have heard gunfire, but that is it. I am tempted to refund this guy's cooldowns soonish. Don't need to just yet, but I will want to relatively soon. Okay, so you're going to still run in a straight line towards the matrix host, which looks like that's going to be it. Okay, seems reasonable. We'll get him hacking during turn 2. That should be fine. This guy's obviously very, very far away, but we can deal with it. We will definitely be able to hack next turn. That's good. So there's a report of gunfire. Looks like someone got tagged. Yep, this guy up here has been tagged to come help. Fine. It'll be hard to get line of sight without just... You have to go relatively far to get this, so... If I go here, I can step out from cover for the shot, which is fine. The only other consideration is... Actually, there's a meaningful consideration, which is that having to break the armor means it's going to take quite a bit longer to get the kill. And so I'm trying to think about... Wow, both line crawlers failed at 80%. That's really unfortunate. I feel like my odds have been pretty poor when it's at 80%, which is surprising to me. It feels like it's below that, but obviously humans are bad at random chance. If I walk to here... Well, no, it's there. If I walk to there, I am in stun range. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to run to there. It tells me I have a line of sight. This only has a 2-turn cooldown, and you're annoying enough to deal with that I'm just going to say, let's go for it. I can't shred armor on a basic pistol. That's fine, though. I have decent enough damage. Like, just overall. I think Hellraiser has to run, and so this guy can be the person who grabs loot. I think that's totally okay. I'm not really worried about, you know, running out of turns or something. Okay. Got some decent stuff. Keep running forward. Again, I don't have line crawler for the camera, nor that one, but all I'm doing is running forward anyway. You're not going till next turn, so I don't care about that. Let's go start our matrix hacking. I'm hoping I can... I might magnet from there. We'll see. It's close. Cool. Alrighty. So this is... Okay, I don't recognize this one as, like, I don't have the locations of everything memorized. I might skip this for now and just run straight up here because a bunch of CPU is towards the top. I can tank the connection damage for now. Let's see. We have enough action points that we can keep going up this way. We lose deception. It's not the end of the world. Okay, I want to 0 interrupt this. Let's see. Okay, well, we know the CPU is now. So we're going to run here, right? We'll get security level 2 off of killing all the ice there. Woke up 0 ice. Yep, XD. Great. So mission complete. The nice thing is now it revealed a bunch of nodes, so it makes everything else easier going forward. And so now the thought process is what all is important, because I think crushing this APU is fine. It doesn't really matter. I don't need the security de-escalation. I do want nuke next turn for destroying this. And I've got to make sure I can get like this, and this tagged. Get past here by the end of the turn because it's going to wake up because 0 interrupt only lasts 2 turns. Alternatively, I can always, or at least I can, what's it called? I'm blanking, sorry. Use rewind, but I'd rather use it on something else that's going to be annoying to deal with. I do want to nuke this, though, because there's a chance there's valuable loot on it, and I like taking down valuable loot. For now, though, I can load Deception. It's AP efficient. I can deal with this stuff next turn. And Hellraiser's going to run. Like, this would be faster theoretically, but I don't want to trigger the lasers. Okay, that seems decent. We'll have no problem killing the stunned guy. It should be just absolutely no sweat. Alright, well, a bunch of cameras in the same spot now, basically. Oh, it's funny. You can't see almost anything because his wall's in the way. Huh. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I understand it. But yeah, maybe not perfectly placed. Whatever. Yeah. Alright, well. Unfortunate. There you go. The shred at the clearly optimal time. Yeah, this host isn't hooked into anything. Like, we will never turn off any alarms here because there's no lines coming out. So what I will do, though, is wait, let these guys move around and stuff. Keep the hacks going. I also got to remember that I actually should try to be extra noisy. Well, you're annoying. AP cost, then connection use. Yep, we got to kill both. This APU is literally useless. It cannot do anything. I'm going to load nuke, and it's useless. So if you load a program, if you use a program, any action... I'm just going to walk away. I still lose the program, which sucks, but this wasn't worth clearing out. There was nothing there. I'll reload scan, though. It's fine. We checked. It turns out that, you know, there wasn't anything good there, but we didn't know that for sure. If you download... Okay. Anyway, we can move on somewhat. None of these matter. Scan for traps. Find the traps. Use a program. Download a file. Okay. Alright, so now we can head back down. And the question is, I guess I'll go left first. I might as well. I think there's no reason not to. Connection health still looks pretty good, so we'll go in this order. There is probably a trap worth dealing with. The only scary thing is if we get sent somewhere really negative, it could be rough, but we're probably fine. Okay. We scan, we see that we don't want to load any programs. And so next turn, we easily knock these two out, and then we're going to be good to go. So it's going to be, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of downloads on the node. I think there was one thing on this donut. Oh, actually, I forgot to check here, so I have to go back at the end. I'll still have enough AP for it. It should be fine, but I have to just double back. It's fine, though. Can't disconnect because there is ice that's, like, active. Awake, I should say, on the node, but that's fine. I can end turn. Should be done during turn 3. My exits are... Okay, I can go back the way I came. However, I do actually want to farm kills. It's 40k to stick around, which to me is worth. Okay, so they move forward. Yeah, ultimately, by choosing to stick around, I get 40k. I think it's worth. Decent stuff. Hellraiser is still on the way up. He's going to have... Yeah, okay, he has a shot here. We go there. This gun is very accurate. The nice thing is there's 3 more guys there. So we're going to be at 8. So as long as I get a reinforcement escalation, we're going to be alright. And we're going to get the mission teed up for us. So I would like to shoot both of them if I can. Which requires being... So actually, that's just not going to happen at this range. He's too far away. I have a lot of range, just not that much range. Land a lot of shots, we get the shred. Yeah, you have 3 health. Most of us have a good enough initiative roll that we should be fine. But we are going to run into this stuff. Good, we got reinforcements. We wanted reinforcements. This should make this relatively easy to get through. Although, of course, we do have fairly tanky enemies. So it looks like, I mean... and the funny thing is, it actually really seems like it's aligning with being power level 3 on my side, not the missions being power level 7. I could be wrong about that. I can't completely tell. But it's really what it feels like. Is that the fact that like the mission says it's power level 7 is giving like small stat boosts, which I know is true. I know that happens. That's actually how the game works. But I need to disarm this because I need to load programs. Okay, and this is any action, load a program. Okay, well. It's sleeping. Any action, steal AP. I don't have a way around this, so I'm just going to have to walk away. Yep, I know. It's going to take from me. We can back over. I'm just not going to load any programs on top of this location. I do have to walk over here. Tally. Thanks. I'm going to try nuking it. Okay. That should be all the downloads as a result, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, there's something here as well? Okay, I'm actually just turbo griefing. Unless this is... Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is going to be... Okay, we're going to have to stick around again. Maybe I'm wrong, and... I don't know. This feels like something that I just like overlooked. And I just did a really bad job as a Matrix host. We're going to find out soon enough. And action for turn. We'll grab it again later. I'm still busy getting kills anyway, so... It's fine. Here, use your assault rifle. Good job, buddy. Okay, so those 3 heading my way. What guns do they have? Looks like they're SMGs on all of them, so those aren't terribly long-ranged. This might be an instance of letting them all run forward. Those kills seem easy. They're going to march up. Oh, I should tactical surge here. Always be printing action points. Who needs rewind? I'm not sure yet. Nope, we got enough hits. That's good. I will need to reload, but I can wait for them to move first. In case I need to like shoot a bunch of pistol shots instead for some reason. But yeah, these guys can all wait. I think even they couldn't reach me, so I'm going to have him wait too. Yeah, for now, they're just kind of marching up. Alright, that's very handleable. Okay, so you rolled an 18, and you're right there, which is actually kind of scary. I could go for the stun. I think that is entirely reasonable. And I want to actually have 1 AP left, because that lets me end the turn with take cover. And that gives me +1 initiative, so I can help guarantee that I'm going early. Actually, this guarantees I go before all of them. So I could run one more step forward and it would be fine. In fact, I want to, because this allows me to open up at the very start. Yeah, I get seen, but I don't care. It doesn't matter, ultimately. And marker sites didn't make the kill easier. I'll take the reload. And the thing is, actually, there was a chance I could have just gone for the kills even more aggressively. That seems difficult enough that I'm going to instead just run over here and cut this guy off. As long as... nah, it's going to be annoying because coordinated charge is going to hit the wrong... Like, not all the people. That's not that important. Okay, I'm going to think through this map, right? So, we're probably going to go exit there. instead of exiting there. So let's actually move this direction. It's like same distance for the hacker, really, but we're already on the left-hand side, so sure. I want to be a little bit short because I do want to land coordinated charge on everybody. Let's see if I can get like to the edge of the circle, basically. So if I stand like here, right? Go a little bit farther back, like here. Okay, that'll get everybody, and that makes it what I think is a reasonably solid turn. Okay. And Hemlock, of course, can run up and be also very aggressive. So I might start just by going there. These are okay shots. They're not great. Wow, okay, they are great shots, but yeah, it's just, I mean, the damage is amazing on that gun. The annoyance is the fact that the range sucks, and so it's very hard to get more than 2 people, and you have to do a lot of, like, it's just, there are a lot of times where you just won't have enough people in range, and you'll be kind of sad about it. So I do seem to like basic ARs way more than urban assaults. Some of it may be a function of map design, right? The more long sight lines you have, the more that you'd rather go in that way. Let's see. So Hellraiser can shoot the Whistler. Oh, wait, we should coordinate a charge. And we shoot the Whistler to start. Okay, he actually got his savagery buff. So I'd like to use that. Looks like I'll be able to reasonably well. We just kind of go here. This guy dies for sure. Yeah, we'll just use all the bullets. It's fine. Down you go. Okay, so secondary quest complete. Primary quest complete. We've got 1 or 2 nodes left for the Matrix host, and then we can start moving this way. I would like to get to a spot where I can shoot many, many bullets. I think that's acceptable. So the tough thing is that you can just about reach me. Okay, we'll go single target on you. And that way I can always step backwards. If I do a full delay, I go down to 11, which is actually fine. Heartache can try to finish this turn. He's at 8, which is low, of course. So let me double check. Have I cleared this thing out? No, I haven't. Okay. I'm glad I checked. So let's reload everything. When you exit, prevent download access when you download. Okay. Take our downloads. And then I am safe to leave. We actually got everything this time. I didn't fully grief. Hooray. Yep, disconnect. With 8 connection health left, we're all right. We, of course, lose 8 connection every turn from nuke. We lose 12 every turn from that. But we got out. We got it. We're fine. I don't need to lower the alarm level. It doesn't matter. I've got a ton of action points remaining to do whatever I want with. It's primarily going to be going that direction. Is most of what I want with this. But I'm going to yield to Hemlock, since Hemlock is my only other like fighter left. And, ooh, he is not going to have a good time reaching this kill. Okay. That means, yeah, the squad is going to be choosing to run away. Or something. I can delay him further. Yeah, so you're going to just run towards the... Run away. I think going there is fine. You are going to be well ahead of everyone else. We're going to security level 5 is what it is. You're done. And then Gunner would love to run this way if she could. That puts her in danger, though. I think we just have to run the way backwards, and it's going to be a little bit slow. Unless I really think he can't reach me, but that seems too dangerous. I'm not willing to risk that. He's also technically not aggressive yet, because he didn't know where I was. Which is kind of funny, but true. Yeah, range there sucks, so we'll go down to 4 AP. There'll still be a full auto here, which is going to be pretty solid. Yep, seems pretty good. Down you go. Nice crit. Alright. They are right there. We can still try to outrun them. Reinforcements. Yes, indeed. Okay, so... what can Gunner do? Well, we're already under coordinated charge still. I can simply run on a straight line, which seems good enough here. I mean, all we're doing is running away for the exit now. She could have run this way instead. I don't think it really matters. If we're leaving, we're going that way. Let's just run past the cameras. I don't care. We're just leaving. They're not going to catch us. We're going to be under basically no threat. We'll get an escalation, and that's going to potentially turn on some landmines. So I've got to be a little bit careful here. And here for funsies, we can, like, smoke screen where the, where they might see us. Not that it's going to actually matter. I am going to leave... I'm going to stay right around here. The reason being, he might need to get rewinded and asked, like, he might need to help. Oh, they're actually alerted. Okay, sure. So they are in combat mode. Our initiative rolls are all fine. So smoke is actually helpful then. There's no way they can get here and get the shot in time, so this is fine for now. So let's see if they arm mines. Nope, they are sending reinforcements in though. So if we needed more kills, we'd certainly have them. If I needed, by the way, I could rewind and hit Hellraiser here. It would cost me 1 AP, but then Hellraiser would use tactical coordinated charge and give her 1 move point back and % move speed. But we're done. Security level 5. All the boxes have been grabbed as far as I can tell. There are only a few anyway. I think there's like 3, 2 even. Yeah, 2 boxes and a host. Sure. Alright, we're done. So, relatively quick. That map has just... It's pretty small, so it's pretty straightforward. Especially if you're not trying to play too stealthily. Okay, 100 XP. That's going to level up Heartache. We get a pretty good payment. We get the bonus payment for getting the secondary quest of all the kills. And then, yeah, not a ton of stuff from the boxes, but pretty solid with Matrix hosts. Ooh, 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 here we go. Okay. We finally got the level 5 epic SMG. So, SMGs get... So they actually technically have 2 subtypes. I don't know if they technically have 2 subtypes. They do ultimately have 2 subtypes. So I'm going to show you. Can't craft the gun right now because it's in use, but that's fine. I can show you my weapon blueprints and sort by powerful. Okay, so I now have a level 5 epic SMG. Oh, I guess this is part of... okay. So this is part of still the basic, like, quote-unquote basic kind of SMG. What I mean by that is it fires just ballistic damage. I forgot there was a level 5 regular ballistic SMG. There's a subtype of SMG that's just called SMG. There's nothing really special about it otherwise. But the primary benefit is that it has significant pure damage as part of the damage output. And because pure damage doesn't get dropped by a silencer, I mean, technically the math says it doesn't matter, kind of, but at the end of the day, the point here is that it is incredibly, incredibly high damage. And getting access to very high-level SMGs is what I think should cause you to consider switching over to playing an SMG version of a Agent EX. Like, I know right now my Agent EX is mostly, he's got Disabling Talents and he's got Cyrus Sword going on. I could solo class Agent EX and use Disabling Talents and SMG talents in that class, and you run an SMG in each hand, and it suddenly feels, you get like a whole lot better stuff going on. It works really, really well. So... something there for that. Total possibility there. Anyway, also of note, in a more recent mission, we actually got our hands on a level 6 sword, which is pretty cool. This is the kind of thing that I'd be willing to throw gold cubes into and like force on more intrinsics. So I may craft this at some point since we are using some melee characters. But I think really what I'm going to be looking at in the nearest future is crafting my 3rd big assault rifle. This is just, I mean, you've seen me use the Urban Assault a couple times. It's just much more unwieldy, much harder to use. And so I'd rather have a Dragon Roar, and I'd probably craft an Eviscerator, and I'd use gold cubes in both of these. And then I wouldn't have any left over, so I wouldn't be able to like craft this with gold cubes, but there's a world where I build this out, and if I can get 2 high-level I mean, you can craft this twice, so I could just craft this twice, and I would have 2 high-level SMGs for my Agent EX to use. Not sure I'd want that, but it's a possibility. Anyway, we're 30 minutes into the recording, and I'm trying to think what I want to do with this, because I think, okay, for what it's worth, I think Truck Job is a relatively quick mission, and I think it's a relatively safe mission. So I'm going to run Truck Job as part of this recording, and then next recording will probably be Carnivore, or this one, I'm not sure which. But that's what I'm going to do. I think Truck Job is relatively straightforward. I think it's relatively playable. It is one that I want silencers for, though. So I'm going to do a quick gut check. Right, this guy's leveled up, so we get class training. I don't seem to need the damage on Null Op here, so I'm going to take Ripper Compression instead. Everything else is kind of as it should be, so we'll learn this talent. Now we have some extra IO room, which can be very helpful. And I don't think he would quite learn, get enough XP to be great. But, I mean, the question is basically, would I rather he get the XP, or would I rather Casper get the XP? Because getting him up closer and closer to 10 is kind of nice. It allows me, you know, even more value. I'm just kind of, I'm thinking through, like, do I want him to get towards level 9, level 10? Because then he won't level off of Truck Job. And if I run this, there's a small chance he gets injured, which would be very bad for me. Because I would have to use a much weaker hacker as part of Carnivore. So I think we run Truck Job, and I think we run Dade. We just run our primary hacker, who's just, you know, overall a bit stronger. So we're going to unequip the SMG, unequip the AR, and then also go over here and unequip the cyber deck. You can now run the baby cyber deck. You're gonna be baby character. Go to Dade here. We'll give him. This one has better mods on it. Where's my other guy? Here. You can hold these things. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, we're still going to be, like, moving other gear off. Let's sort by gear level, right? So here's the core 4. Well, actually, you need to put the deck on. Okay. Now here's the core 4. And we've got weaponry attached everywhere. But yeah, I want silencers, so I'm going to go ahead and switch things around. There's Big Silencer 1. Actually, yeah. Big Silencers are nice because they give a bunch of stealth crit. And so you get quite a bit of benefit out of that. That won't be silenced, that's fine. Right, we're going to be running Dade, and so we're going to silence this SMG. It's going to hurt the damage a fair bit, but it is what it is. We'll leave the AR as loud, because it's fine. Another option is waiting for 4 days to let this nanofab be done for the sure shot. But if someone gets hurt during Truck Job, I want the chance to, like, know that in time, use a field ops token, which is going to be ready, you know, very, very soon, and use that to, like, push back Carnivore or something. Like, the longer I wait, the more an injury could ruin my plans here. Like, if for some reason my Cybernet gets shot and she can't run Carnivore, we fail Carnivore because she's required in the mission. So I have to be, like, a little bit careful about, like, getting everything done in time to use Mission Craft if I really, really have to, and hope it's going to be okay. You know, do whatever I need to do to put myself in a good spot. So at the end of the day, we're reasonably set up now. Nope, wrong mission. We're not running Carnivore. We're going to run Truck Job. I got the delay truck from doing the other thing earlier. I could spend money to get other stuff going on. I don't care. It's fine. I could buy this with a favor. I don't care. This isn't going to be that useful. I find this mission to be pretty easy to run. I'm going to change you out, put in Casper. Then just double check one last time that I'm doing the right things. Silence pistol, upgraded, AR is here. Big melee weapon, as in urban assault if you really need it. Upgraded pistol, big AR. Dade is going. He's got, you know, some stuff in this SMG. It's fine. He's not going to be fighting very much, so it's not a big deal. He's got a shock mine, and this guy's just understudy. He's doing nothing right now. We'll trade guns off when this guy's done. He'll hand his weapons off to Easton here. In fact, we'll just put the silencer on now because I will later. I'll use it later. But yeah, this is the squad, right? Welcome to Truck Job. We're gonna hack the Matrix host for some money. We've got scopes in all our weapons, basically. Let's rock. Trucker HQ. Truck Job. Mission. Let's go. All right. The truck will arrive at the start of next turn. And we need someone to stand there and think it said they will pass under during turn 5. Start of turn 5, I think. If we can get to the Matrix Terminal, we can do stuff to slow things down. If we fail the first one, we can get to here. The tough thing is there are actually some very, very, very strong guards that stand right there, off camera. Sorry for the spoilers. But we really want to do this. If we have to go here, it gets tougher. So, all the normal things of... You know, let's turn off security devices. Let's buff everyone with coordinated charge. And as I said earlier, I don't want to be loud for this one. I actually want to have... Yeah, unfortunately, Hemlock got pushed down to 15 here, so... He's going to have... I mean, as much as we would like to use his melee talents for some damage, yielding the right amount is going to be a little bit annoying. Because... So here's the thing. I'm thinking this through, and it's like, who should be fighting right now? I think for now we can yield him, that's fine. But if I am to... Like, if I delay, I go behind everybody. If I yield, I still get ahead of Hemlock. And I don't know if I want to risk that whole set of interactions. I also am... So I'm pretty sure that my gun is not so loud that more guards will hear. Also, these are... Yeah, so you can see that they're called guards level 3. So because I'm power level 3, they are guards of base power level 3 that are then upscaled some stats because of the difficulty. So it does seem like the stuff is primarily driven by your team power level. And actually, okay. I'm going to... Yeah, I think I can do this and it's fine. I think I am safe to sprint to here. Some of the guards will hear me. I think it'll be fine. We hit them all twice. I think that's actually okay. Again, these guys are all here, but I can kill them all. Crits are pretty good. Okay, looks like our gun was pretty loud and a lot of guys heard me. So we get a lot of escalation out of this. That is not... It's not exactly ideal, but it's not horrible. I'm pretty sure I can get a lot of these guys. And again, it's worth noting that like my noise range is outside my shot range. That sucks that you missed. Oh, she can't go out that way. I see. Okay, well, you're going to run there. The only guard who can act is this one. And, of course, Casper wants to get there to kill him. And to hack. So he's going to yield. If I go to here, Slashlight's probably not going to be in range. I'm at the very edge. It's a maybe. And by maybe, I mean it's a probably not. Okay, cool. It works. That's nice. So I need to have enough space here that my hacker can get in. So we're going to kind of go like this. It tells me I still have one in range. Nice crit, bro. You're pretty far from this. I'm going to have you yield and see if Casper can make it now. Yep, Casper can make it. No sweat. You're alerted. You're alerted. But Hellraiser has a really good set of guns. So we're just, I mean, we're going very aggro, which is, you know, potentially very bad for us. But it is what it is. Alrighty, well, we load the basic stuff. We grab all that going on. Okay, we know the CPU is normally right there. I'm going to come in from below here. Tally and connection. I'm just going to go ahead and interrupt that. There's something to download here. We'll come back later. I don't want to grab this now. I don't think it's worth it. Have to kill both of those. Have to kill these. Connection damage, connection use. Scan more. Alright, so I'm going to go up from this way, and I think this is the CPU. Have to load this. Losing scan kind of sucks. That's going to be all of my program budget for the turn. Security tally. Scan. Yep, there's CPU. I've got enough AP that I can easily go in. I will null op. It goes away. We spike. And, of course, I could beeline back down here. That way I don't have to go through this node ever again, which has a decent appeal to me. I'm going to do it. I have to go here at some point anyway, and because I got the escalation, we still got to reveal stuff. If you exit, prevent download. Okay. So, next turn, I'll dump them both, and then I can get back out. It'll be fine. Actually, there's also probably stuff over here. I might loop through the right. Now, I'm going to loop through the top because that way I don't have to clear this node ever, and I would have to clear that node no matter what. So I think that's slightly correct. So you're done. We're going to load programs, and we're going to go this way. I will probably end up throwing a nuke at one of these, probably this one. And then I don't care about the alarms. Like, we can look, and it's like, do I care about these? Not terribly, no. Okay, so end action for turn. Yeah, so we have to raise the main bridge before the truck passes, so like he does have to actually make progress. And remember, we know that some of them are actually fully alert at this point, so I'm trying to see if I can maximize AP while having... Yeah, so if I go here, I'm in range to shoot all three of them that matter. He's going to tell on me. Like, he's going to be mad that there's gunfire in his house. And you're probably going to hear the gun. But let's go, you know, have high-value AoE. Pretty good. We now just got a really, really nice damage buff. Let's go ahead and Iron Grip. I could yield to Hemlock and see how well he does. This only needs one shot. He's under some cover, which makes this shot kind of hard to land. If I go full auto, it actually increases my chance to hit, because that's how this gun works. What I'd actually rather do is going to actually put more people in earshot, unfortunately. He's going to hear the gunfire. I would like to get a full auto where both these guys are hittable, and I don't warn him, but that seems really unlikely. I have to be... Yeah, like here. Here's the closest I can get without this guy hearing. And this box is really unfortunately placed. Like, this is too far away. Has line of sight. I have to go all the way to here to get line of sight again. It's like, yeah, I could shoot from there, and he's going to hear me. He would only hear one set of gunfire for the most part, so it's not even that bad, but it's not really ideal, right? So, end of the day, this guard captain, thing is, this guard captain won't be killed. He's too tanky. So if I make him alert, he's going to rat. And if all he does is hear gunfire, it's not as bad. So what I want to do actually is just... Now, this is going to be 50%, which I missed. But what if I believed in myself? Yeah, it's not going to work. Okay, well, we have an alert guard who's going to remain alert. He's going to give us one security escalation. This guy's heard gunfire. We also all go first on initiative, so... You know, I'll get rid of this camera because I feel like I should. This guy's still unaware. These guys know something is kind of up, but not much. And I'm going to win the initiative race. There's, like, no way I don't. So... I can just run up here and get some kills. His gun's a bit loud. Oh, yep. Here's one more of the guards. Yeah, he doesn't hear anything. We'll get ratted on. They're going to say we heard gunfire. Oh, it sent both of them. Oh, wow. I mean, guess because one of them is alerted, they send everybody. I mean, that's fair. That makes sense, actually, right? If alerted send everyone is completely reasonable. Yeah, okay, okay. This makes things a bit tougher, but I'm still going to feel okay about this. Yep, okay, okay. I have not played this mission with the... That's our truck. With the mechanized infantry activated on turn 1. Alright, this is still down for now. I said I'm going to run from the top side, right? Oh yeah, I decided to not do anything there. That's right. Okay. We've got, if you exit, download access if you load a program. Okay, well, download access. Take you. We'll get rid of... Actually, we have to get rid of both. Because we need to get rid... I need to load programs to deal with this guy. For now, I can actually still load nuke, just barely. I have enough. And so I'm really tempted to load nuke for this node. I think it's correct, actually, to open this pathway up. Exit, use a program, unload. I think this is fine. I think I can still nuke. Yep, we get rid of the node, which I think is correct, honestly. I'm going to drop this down, too. And so, let's see. Let me show everything. Need the bridge. Don't need that. Don't need that. I'm just going to load the bridge. Okay. So now I can do the main quest. If I didn't have a hacker, I would have to run to the other side and have to go through the mechanized inventory instead of, you know, having the option of not. So we check the bottom side first. Tally connection use. This will be a little bit annoying to handle, but I can handle it. Unload on any action. If you use a program, I can do this first and then the second one. That like type of ice lets you go once. This is blocking program loading, so I have to get rid of it. Everything is disabled. I'll have to load basic scan. I am mostly out of things. Since I'm out of AP, I might as well just like load spoof. I think ripper compression is less good here. So I'm pretty sure that during the next turn, I can get through these like 3 nodes and then check this with a nuke possibly. And that should be good. We already cleaned this one out. So it's basically, yeah. Check these 3 and then this 4th node, and that should be fine. Again, I have programs to load. I have to load passive and trap destruction. Plenty of connection health. We're fine. We've got a couple of turns too, so it should be pretty reasonable. Alrighty, so the plan is knock these guys out. This is an acknowledgement of... Well, actually... We're not really getting any louder anymore. The downside is the AP costs are incorrect here. So if I have 6 total AP to use, that is reload and shoot once. If I have 5 AP to lose, it's the same thing, functionally. If I could get into a good spot with 1 AP, that'd be awesome. I don't really have that. This guy has to die, of course. Let's see. I can yield down to 18 and get other options. Yeah, we're gonna let Hemlock go first, then we can try to figure it out. So if we ran up here, our gun is very loud. I could smoke screen if I had to. Yeah, but I would get heard, which is a problem. Yeah, if I ran to only use movement points, well, I could go to right here. That's not horrible, because my max range kind of lines up here. So they will hear the gun. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5 will all hear the gun. This is a very, very tanky enemy. But I get a really solid turn. We get the shred. However, we're also completely in the open, which, small concern. This allows me... This is a pretty good shot. Go here. This is probably almost always hit. Probably almost always, yeah. Overstating things a bit. Okay, well, down you go. I'm going to have her wait, just see where the other enemies go. And then someone's got to stand there. Not sure who it is just yet. I should take my... Let's see, we've got a couple turns, right? And I want to reload before, like, sooner rather than later. Let's just reload now. Let's let them move up. Okay, Gunner can't do much more here. I think going there is fine. You can just run forward as well. These guys will move during turn 3, and then where are you going? Yeah, you're patrolling around. You might see somebody. There's a good chance you see my guy. Yep. Okay. He's alerted for the start of next turn. I'm pretty sure initiative should be fine still. But if our initiative roll is bad, he's going to get shot at. I should be okay, though. It has to really line up as horrible. Yep, so the truck's going to move forward. The 404X spike bought us one more time. To be fair, we don't actually need it. In fact, it's almost better that we leave sooner is the funny thing. But it's whatever. Alrighty, so of course there's a lot of guards here. They rolled okay initiative. In fact, we can't cheat Gunner ahead. No one else has good initiative tools, so it's kind of on us to do a good job here. And my guns are loud is the problem. So, like, they already know to move over towards me, but they're going to be even angrier about it. Okay, can I get both of them for not this many AP? Looks like no. But I had one for a second. I could have sworn. Right there. Yep. If I go right there, he'll step out to shoot him, and it'll probably put that guy in the line of sight. So we don't get a ton of shots here, but it is going to count. They'll hear, right? They're going to hear the gunfire, but they were already alerted, so I don't think it really matters. And I can just duck behind this cover here, or this wall even. I'll probably duck behind this wall. And yeah, I'm kind of feeling like, I mean, of course, so they're not alert yet is the thing. So I can stand here and it's fine. And they're not gonna, like, suddenly see me or whatever. So I can do this and it's okay. When they become alert, it gets scary. Well, we reach the overpass. Let's keep hacking. We might be done during this turn. We'll see. Have to knock that down. We need all our tricks, basically. Damage the connection. Okay, I have to drop these back down because when you exit, I get screwed up. Unfortunately, this thing is back. That is the worst spot to be sent. Well, we're just going to leave. We lost scan and trap destruction. That sucks. On download. Okay. Just get those last. Oh, that's still scan 2 of 2. Okay. Well, let's hope we're okay. Deception. This is when you load a program. Nothing else is here. Okay. Download access. Get rid of you. Cool. And then the plan is still knock these things all out, take any action, damage to connection, download access. There's the download, and that should be everything. And nodes like this are the upside of just running nuke, because you don't have to deal with it. This is a matrix host with a lot of donuts on it, which makes it kind of annoying. We've got our 5 download sets. I'm not gonna, I mean, actually it's probably correct for me to go look here. And just like next turn, I can load nuke and try to attack this thing. It's like technically correct to play it that way. So next turn, because I'm not doing anything else with my character, right? I'm waiting to win the mission, so I might as well look and try to greed out. Okay, you're very safe where you are. I'm going to delay. These guys can slowly walk forward. And there's a chance I don't have to do anything, right? There's a chance that I can complete this mission by, like, what, end of turn 5 or whatever, or end of turn 4, and they never reach me in time. Use smoke screens, use whatever. Be very, very safe. For now, let's just snap to the cover. Let's duck. You can be done. Hemlock can be done. He'll reload. Ah, we get reinforcements. Somewhat inopportune. Yeah, okay, suppressant, a guard, and a guard captain. Yeah, okay, fine. Alright, the truck moves forward. Again, we're still under the bridge, so it's fine. Okay. Alright. Is this worth nuking? Unload programs in any action, because of course it is. I can just download. I don't care if I lose I don't care if I lose any programs. You're done. See ya. Everything that could have had downloads has now been checked. These can't have downloads. So disconnect. You're done. Obviously want you to be safe from both those guys and the mechanized infantry, so... These guys will run forward, and it will make my life hard. I can duck behind partial cover. Gets me a little bit farther away from them, though it's not much better. If I go here, this blocks some of the line of sight. It's not that much better either, but... For now, this can be you. You can wait. You can wait. Hunting. So they're not going very far. Alright, where are you guys going? Toward us. Yep. Might have to be some kills soon. Okay. Well, that one's okay for now. Hemlock's gonna have to reload no matter what. You can keep waiting. Where are you heading? Okay, that's fine. You can't wait anymore. And depending how far I go, I get into line of sight. So there's some danger in this. You rolled a 14, and you rolled an 11, so I'm not terribly worried yet. We can kind of... So the problem is, the bridge has no cover at all, and so I'm kind of betting on the mission being done in time, which is maybe a very poor way of thinking about this. In my... What is my 4th time playing this mission? And I've never had to worry about this, so it's a little bit new. So let me think this through a little bit. I can always stun one person. These guys are going to be very hard to kill unless I can get Hellraiser's... There we go. I mean, he has savagery up, so I can definitely have a turn where he just goes ballistic, no pun intended, and does really, really, really well. I mean, these guys are going to cheat up on me, and all my efficient killing is going to be very, very loud. You have actually, wow, you have 2 protection points. You've got 2 as well. Okay, so we definitely have some real enemies now. I'm still thinking through exactly what we can do and how we can do it most effectively. How to do this most effectively? What is the right way to make sure this all works fine? What is the right way to do this? I think Casper just waits. I think we can use these boxes and they're going to be decent. I think these count as acceptable cover. So I think we can kind of run this way. I don't want to fight the mechanized infantry, right? They're obviously the tankier side of this thing. I would rather fight towards this side. But we have to hold the bridge, and the mechs are really close to the bridge. I could choose to shoot right now. I'm just not sure it would be very good. Because they'd get aggroed, and I wouldn't get a kill for a really long time. And I'm also out of range of that guy. Like, I think it would be okay if he could get to a spot where he gets these kills relatively early, and then turns that into knocking these guys down, but that's just not going to happen here. We'd also, like, run towards the back and, like, be really defensive here, and hope they don't find us. I don't actually hate that. I think that actually works. Because they don't have a reason to check... Actually, they do, because his body is dead, but... I think we could still swing it, personally. Maybe it's famous last words and I lose the entire campaign here, but I think that's unlikely. You're going to see me, aren't you? Oh, wow, I'm barely not spotted. Okay, so do I want to kill anything on this turn? I feel like I want to try to knock these guys out. This, like, right here, I actually have line of sight on all 3 of them. Well, I can't quite get the best version of this. I think if she steps over, it'll be fine. Like if I go here. Actually, so the thing is, I need a tactical surge. Okay, I'm gonna spend 1 AP running forward. I'll get 1 more from the tactical surge itself. I think this actually worked pretty well. Okay, what I'm gonna do is if I run to here, she will step out for this shot, but that should still put all 3 in line of sight. And that turn should overall be okay. Yeah, so we put them all in line of sight. We're not guaranteed great damage here. Because until I shred, we're not going to get that much damage. But now that I shredded, it's decent. There we go. Now they're really killable. We've shredded you down to 0. You're down to half. That's good enough. Hemlock is in a fairly awkward spot here. Attacking these guys seems kind of suspect. I don't know if I really want to try to go for the kills here. I mean, I could and use smokescreen. It would probably be decent, is the funny thing. Like, it'll take several tries to actually kill them all the way down. But I have smokescreen access. You know what? We're doing it for the content. We're just going to fight. It's going to be a little bit silly. It's going to be a little bit probably incorrect. But I feel like fighting, so we're fighting. We got a shred on both. That's huge, actually. That really meaningfully increased our damage. They're both at a third now. I'm out of AP. But the odds that I roll below the initiative is literally 0. So it's fine. I get 1 more full auto. Then I have to reload and I have to book it. It's going to be like full auto, reload, throw down smoke. It's like going to be the turn, basically. Alright. Well, a lot of escalation here. The truck moves forward. It's going to tell me I have to be on the spot this turn, right? The next time the truck lurches forward, it will pass under the main bridge. If we want to get it here, we need to do it now. Yep, we are in the right spot. That is fine. Okay, well, I'm going to go kill you guys. I think this kill is reasonable here. Big crits. So the, yeah, the gunner has a, or, what is it called? Sorry, the Cyber Knight has a set of talents called Steamroll that it's like on kill give my team action points. The only downside to it is that its placement on the talent tree is kind of hard to use, essentially. You have to go through a lot of other things to get there, which is what makes it kind of tough. Okay, so the range on this gun is not great. So we're going to use the basic AR. It's not going to be very encouraging. Like, it's just not that strong. But we do have a chance at hitting Armor Shred. And even just some basic damage. Nice, we got the Armor Shred. This seems very killable as a result. You're done. Alright, buddy. Let him have it. Yeah, cool. Well, level 5 assault rifle. A lot of focus fire. It was, what, 9 shots into each? Oh, hey, we have coordinated charge. That's useful. I like that talent. It helps me run places. It gives me accuracy, which is also useful. That would have been good, too. Well, you're just done. You have nothing else going on. So here, we're both there. We're definitely fine now. They're going to reinforce, and it won't matter. I believe the mission ends the instant you spike the truck. But yeah, they're starting to spawn a lot more of the, like, slightly special versions of guys. Well, here we are. We're on the spot. Virus has been delivered. Okay. So the story here was... Oh, no, we do have to exit. Okay, I forgot. I don't know why I thought I didn't have to leave, but I have to leave. So I'm glad I fought those guys after all, because, yeah. Okay, well, it's the start of turn 6. Going through them seems very silly. This is going to be as easy, realistically. Actually, one thing I want to do is... Yeah, let's just start running. I guess I'll hide from the camera slightly, because why not? This camera doesn't turn. Put a stand near to the exit. Actually, Coordinator Charge is on for next turn too, right? No, it's not actually. We cast it on turn 5. It's going to be back on turn 6. Sorry, it's still on during turn 6. It's going to be off on turn 7. So if I needed the movement points, I could have Gunner use Rewind. I don't think I will need to, but if people get stuck pretty far away, you know, Rewind's usable here. But we're mostly just going to run forward. I will hold line crawl in case I for some reason need it. I don't know why I possibly would, but whatever. You guys are just not going to get here in time. You might find some bodies, though. Yep. Bodies being found. Okay, yep. Okay. Yep, cool. And the truck will leave, and I don't care. Or will almost leave, and I don't care. Cool, so we're done. Security level 6, that's fine. You're done. You're done. And we'll just make sure that we have enough movement points for everyone else. I'm sure we do, but... yeah, you're fine. And... here, I will leave him here for good measure, in case for some reason we actually have to use Rewind, which I really don't think we do. Because I'm pretty sure Gunner has access to Tactical Surge this turn. Even without it, she's fine. So yeah, we're chilling. Throw the buff down for good measure. Don't know why, but in case for some reason Hellraiser needs it. And he can leave. Great. Alright, truck job handled reasonably well. Yeah, aggroing all of the mechanized infantry was a little bit tougher. And certainly, now that we're power level 3, we are seeing... we will be seeing stronger versions of bad guys, so... we've hit the next power spike. I'm glad we've already got a bunch of level 5 weapons. But it seems like I really need to make sure I kit myself out with level 5 weapons everywhere. Because... yeah, that is the level of enemies we're going to be running into a lot more often. Like, you saw how comical the fights were, like, 8 missions ago. We hit PL3, they stopped being comical. So, have to be careful. But yeah, not a lot of bonus loot. Still, though, another level 3 shotgun and whatever. But Gunner and Hemlock leveled up. Cool. That's nice. We're finishing a suppressor, which I will actually be using. And so the question I now have is, yeah, exactly how long do I want to wait until I run Carnivore? Because Carnivore is, let's see, we'll just double check like the timing on other things. We've got some of our understudies in for cyber surgery right now, getting synth muscles. We'll deal with the level ups in a second. The important thing, though, is that the core squad for Carnivore, I'm not going to run this yet, is he's going to be out, Heartache is going to be in, and I have to make sure that we've got like the right stuff for everybody. Not highest level, it's going to be highest gear level. You're out for now. We're actually going to park your equipment for a little bit. Because we got to make sure we have good gear on these guys. So you've got the upgraded Urban Assault. See, you're happy with this. Yeah, the suppressor is going to be a little bit tough to deal with. Because I don't have good ones just yet. I don't have enough good ones, I should say. I only have 3 high-level primaries right now. And I've got these 2 SMGs. Like, this is kind of the group, right? And they are okay, I guess. But, like, not that strong. If we're not using these weapons constantly, we have somewhat limited damage output. Thinking real quick, I think we'll take the upgrade to Downer here to get crit vulnerability. As I mentioned, I think Steamroll is a very good talent. Buff yourself and a nearby, like on kill, 4-turn cooldown, 3-turn cooldown, right? Every 3 turns on a kill, my entire team gets functionally 1 AP from the move point, 15% roughly more damage, and move speed and move point for functionally 0 AP cost. So every 3 turns, I print 4 AP. It's pretty good, right? You know, 4 AP and stuff, which, yeah, I just find to be very, very nice. Obviously, we are kind of tapped on talents. I don't have to learn security scramble, right? Of course, I can have somebody else offload that and ensure they're going to be good at that kind of stuff, but I find that pinch hitting the disabling is kind of useful. Right? It costs me 1 point, it's not a very big deal. She's always with the core squad. 1 point of rewind is good enough, although you can, of course, make it a little bit better. The initiative is probably not really needed, but hey, maybe you want range or something, I don't know. Either way, the rest of this recording, is simply going to be ensuring I like my squad. There's nothing I'm, like, would be doing, but I haven't. I don't think so, right? Again, every one of these secondaries is silenced. The primaries are all unsilenced, which I believe is actually correct here. They've all been trained. This guy has the good cyber deck, which is what I want. This guy's got the secondary cyber deck, which is totally fine. Actually, one thing I want to think about real quick is now that you are indeed level 8, do I want to get a point in packet loss, maybe even 2, drop Ripper Compression, for example. I might even drop the turn of Overclock, because I might not even need that. And that way he can be the pinch hit security disabler. There's value in that if it's not the other people. So that might be a possibility. The other one is you could do it as well. Like, this point is unneeded, and I have a spare talent. 1 tech and 1 cyber deck armor is just not that important, right? And it feels like I actually truly don't need this node here. I can just take these 3. I do like saving the 20 AP per host. I mean, it literally the only reason this exists is it saves me 20 AP on an entire matrix hack. But the other upside is that I can always navigate to the CPU and spike it in case I'm like, ah, we're here. I have a get out of jail free kind of card, which is a little bit nice. I think what I'm going to do is, I mean, the thing is, the overclock turn is almost not even needed, because I'm often running up against connection health at that point anyway. It sometimes does matter, don't get me wrong. I've had hacks where this is relevant, but I'm like thinking, I really might drop this though. This seems actually less needed. And, you know, 1 spoof token is fine, I guess. It's not amazing. But I don't have to take the range upgrade, like the duration upgrade. It's not important at all. And if I can take 2 ticks of packet loss, which I think I'm going to do here. So in a world where I don't need to bank AP a ton, I have 2 tokens. I'm going to go this way after all. And then with my 5 unspent points, 1, 2, 3. I mean, I don't absolutely need spoof tokens. They're just kind of nice. If I had extra, I could get the second charge. I think this talent is truly good when you have 2 charges of it. It's only kind of okay before then. I can take this for just plus 3 AP, but I'm going to take second charge of packet loss. And then I could make Ripper Compression cost 0, which, I mean, it's less good than making this cost 0, of course. Not even guaranteed to use it. I can make this last an extra... No, I can't make it last an extra turn, not for a while. I can make this do a bit more damage in case it would matter. I'm not going to need the duration. I'm not going to need the range. The range is already 25. What's the point? There's nothing else that's, like, available that's useful. Other than, like, again, 3 AP hack in the Matrix, which I just don't think is... It feels kind of wrong. I'd rather take no op damage, honestly. I think this is the play. I think this is what he looks like here. I think Casper's done. Double check what I like here. I might not need Ripper Compression. One thing worth noting is that he doesn't have any of the big programs. Right? He's got the baby deck. He's got level 1 programs. So he's not going to use Ripper, probably. He's more likely to be out of AP before he's out of IO. So there's a very real world where we do the similar kind of thing. We don't go Ripper. We do go 0 Interrupt. We have a similar look here. So if I drop Ripper, what do I get? I get 1 point in packet loss. I mean, honestly, that seems fine. Yeah, I think I'm happy with this. I think I'm happy with this layout here. I think the usability of dropping these things for, yeah, and again, it has to be like 1 talent point, right? This actually might allow me to not have to run things like the Agent EX or Vanguard as often. But the very beginning of the game is like, I really want to rush 0 up. Like, once I'm like, I guess level 8. Level 8 seems to be when you can kind of do this. But if you're not level 8, it's a little more annoying. But this seems pretty playable. Alright, I actually like this. I think I like this a lot. Alright, this is my squad. This is the squad's gonna run Carnivore. I will see you next recording with the hardest story mission that's currently in the game. See you next time. Bye-bye.